Yay. Hi, YouTube. Hello. Hello. Welcome in. I'm going to grab our friends over on Instagram. Yay. Here we are. We're here. It's Aries season almost. almost. We're almost there. Come on in. Come on in. I am in the studio today. I've got the barn doors wide open. It's a beautiful, warm spring day. I got to do yoga in the grass and go for a walk. I hope you are enjoying your Wednesday as well. I had to remember what day it was. Hi, Wings of Jewels. Hi, Itty Bitty Kitty Pitty. If you are watching on YouTube, say hi in the chat so I can see whose eyeballs are on me right now. Who's here? Who's with us? Let me give you a shout out. But hello, everybody. Hello. Come on in. Grab your water. Grab your tea or coffee or whatever. I did not drink like any water the whole time I was walking my neighborhood and doing yoga. I'm like, Amanda, why are you dehydrating yourself? So mind me if I drink a little bit here, because I'm going to need it. We're going to be talking for a little while about Aries. The messages that came through are so exciting, but also like, woo. There are some cautions. So I really want to settle into this and bring these messages to you today. So I'm going to just double check my notes occasionally to make sure that I am staying on track. But otherwise, we will go ahead and get started. So we are wrapping up Pisces season, but that also means we're wrapping up a whole astrological year. Pisces is the last of the 12 signs. Aries starts and initiates, as it does, right? Archetypically, a whole new year and a whole new season. And so a lot of things, might be kind of reviving and coming back to life. Literally, we see this in the Northern Hemisphere with spring's arrival, and it's like the earth just starts to wake back up. And that energy, I think, can really be felt in the heart with Aries. So you might be feeling like new motivations coming back. You finally want to get outside and do more things and go more places and see more people. So Aries is really going to support your heart in this effort. If the winter has just been tough and you have been slogging through the inner world and all of this, facing subconscious things. And while we love that work and we love our water signs for showing us those depths, it feels really good to get back out in the fire energy and get like remembering, the inspiration and what it feels like to be alive, And that is really what's wanting to rush through. And I was starting to channel the other day for this Aries season messages. I was just like, I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. So look forward to that. Okay. I'm very, very excited about that for me personally. Cause I am with you, Wings. Winter has been tough. This whole last astrological year has been tough. Lots of inner work, lots of lessons, lots of stuff. So I'm ready to exhale, blow all of that shit out, and just relax into this new, more vibrant, more alive energy. So yes, welcome in Dream States, our resident Aries here. And actually this beautiful piece of resin jewelry that I'm wearing with flower petals and crystals inside of it was made by Cassandra at Dream State Vision. So if you haven't checked out her stuff, definitely do so. She's incredible. All right. So let's get into the first message that came through for Aries. So what do awakened creators need to know during Aries season that would serve their highest and greatest good? And the first image that floated through was that of a slingshot. And I got very excited because I feel like this is really things finally taking off. Things, the momentum is behind us. We've got the wind in our sails. And it's not that we weren't on our trajectory before, right? But that we finally have alignment, real alignment. And we are getting into, and Aries is saying, look, the more you get into alignment, the more is behind you, the more energy is floating your way and pushing you in the direction that you genuinely want to go, because you've done all this work. You've done all this inner work during Pisces season, throughout the winter, throughout this whole astrological year. The wheel is turning again. We're starting over in Aries, and we are now from this new energetic space creating forward. Okay. So it felt a lot like Chariot card energy. And the key with the Chariot card in Tarot is that it's that balanced, aligned energy. That is what gets those two sphinxes to get off their behinds and start walking in the same direction. So they're not crisscrossing and going separate ways or sitting and being pouty, but they're ready to go. They're wanting to move forward because everything feels aligned. We've integrated shadow. We've accepted ourselves more fully. We're stepping more and more into self-love and unconditional love for ourselves. And it is paying off this season. So get excited about Aries season and finally seeing yourself slingshot into some incredible new outcomes. Now, one thing about all of these upcoming leaps and feats of strength that are really, you're going to impress yourself, is the sense that I got. You are going to impress yourself this Aries season. And that energy can be kind of scary, right? When we're like, oh, you're flying forward and you're like, okay, I wanted this, I asked for this, but holy crap, is it fast, right? The thing about the slingshot visual was reminding me that in order to shoot a slingshot, you got to hold it steady. It's got to be grounded. It has to be really stable. And the stability that's holding your slingshot is you. It's all the work that you've done. It's the love you have for yourself. It's the belief you have in yourself. It's the resolve you have that you are on your path. That is what's going to hold your slingshot steady. So if you are worried that you're going to get shot into some crazy space that you don't want to be in, remember, you're the one holding the slingshot. You are the one stabilizing this with your belief in yourself and your love for yourself. That is what is holding it. And God, universe is who's pulling it back and saying, okay, that's where you want to go. Here you go. So remember that you are the stability. Your commitment to yourself is what's going to hold your slingshot stable to make sure that you don't, shoot yourself in the foot or slam into a wall when God universe finally lets go of this thing. Okay. And the crazy thing about this too is that there was a reminder that we had to be patient for this. Basically, we had to be patient for this, which isn't something Aries energy is known for, their patience, right? But that's okay. We weren't ready before. And if we're really honest with ourselves about where we're at on our creative journeys, we weren't ready before. There were things that we needed to work through. There were internal dialogues that we needed to release. There were perspectives that we had that were distorted by old pains and things like that. So it's okay that we had to wait till now to finally get the payoff. Because as promised, here it is. As promised, here it is. You're ready now. The universe is behind you 100%. It always has been. You just finally are now ready to experience the momentum shift without freaking the heck out. Okay? So you are ready, set, aim, fire. Let's go. I couldn't think of a more Aries visual than this first message of a slingshot. So here we go. Okay. The second message that came through confused me for quite a while. I had to Google things. I was like, I don't understand this. And it was about a pie, and I was seeing someone stick a finger in a pie, and then it was making me think of that old nursery rhyme. And I'm like, I have no idea what any of this is about. But finally, it started opening up to me. And this message is really about, okay, it's kind of complex, which is how it is, right? Spirit gives you this simple symbol, and then it's like, it's a million layers deep. So there's this pie. You finally have all this deliciousness. You've spent so much time gathering ingredients, tweaking the recipe, working on it, laboring over it, waiting and waiting and waiting for it to bake. And now here's your pie in Aries. But wait, Spirit said, do not try to eat this whole pie all at once. Okay? So there was this warning to, yes, accept the blessings that are coming with this Aries season. Allow yourself to be open to enjoy and receive them. But do not make the mistake of believing that this is as good as it gets. Because when we think that this is as good as it gets, we start consuming in a way that implies lack, in a way that implies we don't believe that there's more where this came from. And so there was this greediness energy with this pie of wanting to, like, stuff our faces with it. And Spirit's like, just enjoy it. Like, let yourself savor every bite of this. One, because you earned it. You've worked your tush off doing what you need to do inside to move through this stuff. So don't make the mistake of thinking that this is it. This is just the beginning, the bare tippy tip of it, okay? So enjoy yourself. Temper your absorption of all of this good energy, okay? Allow yourself to be present with it. And know that it is just the beginning. Okay, but because here's the thing. They want us to remember we are always cycling into expansion. We're always expanding. It is the nature of beingness to expand. So where you're at right now, okay, you're manifesting from this space. You're expanding outwards. But then that cycles, right? And you grow and you learn and you shed more layers and you become anew again. And now there you're in this new space and you start expanding from that space. And then you grow and you learn and you shed more layers and you grow and you manifest from that space. So you're always in this state of expansion. So this can never be as good as it gets, which is really exciting, right? Especially if you feel like during Aries season, things are finally turning around for you and you're feeling really good and really aligned and the momentum is behind you. You're being told and instructed, or we are, buy this because I want it too, right? I'm listening to these messages like, okay. You're like, you are just creating this new baseline from which to then expand from there. It's like compound interest, okay? Like a bank account. And now you have more. And then from that more, then you expand even more. So allow yourself to pace your appetite. Pace your appetite. Don't take on too much. Don't try to do too much, which Aries is known for trying to do too much. Temper yourself as best you can. Know that there's plenty of time to enjoy all of these things. Allow the new things, new relationships, new opportunities, new creative projects, whatever's flowing new into your life during this Aries season. Allow yourself to take your time with it, savor it. There's a difference between a pie eating contest and delicately savoring every single bite of the pie. And that is what the universe wants us to do during this Aries season, is savor every bite. Because you know what happens when you are grateful and thankful for what you have? More is added unto you. So stay tuned for that. I'm very excited to enjoy my pie. All right. And I hope you are too. I'm going to take a little sip of water here. I can hear the birdies outside. It's so nice to hear the birds again. I don't know if any of you really are like into birds. I heard this one the other day that was like, oh, it caught my ear because it was such a unique chirp. I'd never heard it before. I kind of wanted to Google it and I forgot to. I just think it's so fascinating that all the birds have a very unique call to them. It's really cool. Okay. The third message coming through for us for Aries season: what awakened creators need to know for our highest and greatest good during this time. Again, with another little caution, but this one wasn't as much of a caution as it was a like, here's how to do it, instruction. So there was a person on a swing, and the nature of a swing, we know, right? It's back and forth. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, sometimes you're here and there and there and there. Okay. So I'm like, oh, great. Here we go. First, you told us we were just going to get all this momentum. Then you told us we was going to eat all this pie. But now you're saying, don't count on it lasting constantly, right? Remember that everything ebbs and flows. It inhales, it exhales, it swings, it goes back. There's light, there's dark, and all this. So this, again, felt more like an instruction. Spirit is like, okay, yes, you're going to have all this energy, but be prepared for things to perhaps swing. All right. So one day you got all the motivation in the world, and the next day you're like, oh my God, I just can't even. And then the next day you're like, yes, I believe in myself and my dreams. And then the next day you're like, what am I thinking? I can't do any of this stuff I signed up for. So allow yourself to, one, be aware of the swing. But here's the thing. The visual gave us the key to conquering the swing, because the person on the swing was laughing. They were having one heck of a time. And that really is, I think, a message to us to not be so serious, to lighten up. How many times do we have to go through these cycles, back and forth and in and out? We're up, we're down, we're all around, before we finally just realize I'm always down and then I'm up again and then I get down and then I'm up again. Like, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I've done this enough times and I know how it goes. And I always end up better off than I was before. It always comes back around. And there's this encouragement to find a way to laugh about this, to find a way to just enjoy yourself, okay? To not take it so seriously, to not let your lows mean your whole life is over and all these things. Just accept it for what it is. Oh, I'm at that part of the cycle. Okay, I know what happens after this. It goes up. And to really just let yourself relax and have a good time enjoying the pace of your life. All right. So when we are aware of the cycles and we are aware of how things go, we've done it enough times, we can release a little bit of that tension that is so concerned when things aren't really going according to plan, right? So we can just relax a little bit and just have some fun. And there was really some encouragement to literally try to just, I know this sounds weird, but like, enjoy your lows. And I got this, like, I just felt, for me, when I am low, I want to like curl up on the couch and just watch something, right? And that really came through as like, see if you can get yourself to laugh when you're feeling low. See if you can do like watch a funny show or just in some kind of way, how can you bring some lightness into the situation so it doesn't feel so heavy? All right. And the liberation in this wisdom that came through and why the person is laughing is because they finally understand, it clicks to them that the highs and the lows are all part of the same thing. It's just progression. It's just expansion. It's just how things work. And so they can lighten up about it and just learn to enjoy and accept what is at every single point in time. You know, I'm not saying someone passes away and you go laughing at their funeral or anything, but I'm saying you just be with it. You just accept it for what it is and know that, yes, it's hard right now, but it will not always be this way. It never is. Think of your lowest low right now. Think of your lowest low. Your lowest low. You are probably not there right now anymore. Even your lowest low has passed. So when people say this too shall pass and it feels hollow, it's grounded in this truth. It means that you understand the ebb and flow and back and forth of life, and to the point where you can zoom out and you can just like, okay, I'll just, okay. This is what it is. This is where I'm at. This is how it is right now. Okay. So allow yourself to laugh on the swing, back and forth. Don't take your life so seriously when things feel low or whatever. It always comes back around. You know this. You know this. Okay. And I will be here to try to keep reminding you of your own wisdom that you know this. Okay. And just zoom out a little bit and see it for what it is. And have fun. Have fun. All right. Ooh, we're moving along. Okay. The next one's kind of fun. Okay. The fourth message that came through is very exciting for those of us who feel maybe like we've kind of been doing things on our own for a little while and we're like, I want connection. The visual that came through for this next message was a fist bump. It was so sweet and so fun and so supportive. It was like, you've got this fist, okay? And the symbol of a fist is the thimble. The symbol of a fist is a sign of empowerment, right? You know, we empower ourselves with this fist. We say, hey, here's my power. I am a sovereign individual with power. Well, you've got two sovereign individuals who are empowered, okay? And when they fist bump, it's like, I support you, man. I see you. You're empowered. I'm empowered. Let's do this. Yeah. You know, and it has this really light, fun energy. So during Aries season, you may have the opportunity to really connect with some very empowered people, empowered creators, people who believe in what they're doing and you believe in what you're doing, and you can just come together and you can support each other, and in this really lighthearted, loving way that honors your unique individuality. So there is no competition. It's just all love and support. So that is very exciting, especially for those of us who are feeling maybe a little lonely on our creative journeys, that there might be some new connections coming in, some new people coming in. It felt like the Two of Cups, but if the two cups were fists, right? And they're meeting in the middle. There's like, yeah, you know, and they're two very fulfilled, empowered individuals coming together, merging energies. It could be romantic, it could be business, it could be just friends, it could be whatever, but it felt really, really good. Now, like most of the messages that come through for me, there's usually some layers of like warning and caution. I don't like the word warning, but I like the word caution. Just some things to be mindful of, right? So the sun is moving into Aries. The sun is our hearts, it's our love, it's our passion. When the sun is in Aries, you might, and others around you might feel a little more testy than usual. And so there was a warning here with the fist bump to remember these fists aren't punching each other. They're not trying to hurt one another. They're supporting each other. So there was a little bit of a caution that when two people come together, there might be a situation where you're butting heads. And this is where spirit got real deep and was like, there is a big difference between butting heads and bumping fists. Head-butting, which Aries, the symbol of the ram, rams are known for butting heads against each other. Butting heads, if you're butting heads with someone, the guidance here is that there is some kind of a mental distortion that is at play here. Because when you butt heads, it is usually that one or both of you are trying to prove something. And when we're trying to prove something, we're always coming from a place of lack, because the part of us that is 100% connected to who we are as a being doesn't have to prove shit. We know we're awesome, we're amazing, we love ourselves. Like, you're God, I'm God, we're all God, with masks on, playing around, it's fun and it's cool. Okay, so that higher version of ourselves knows all this, right? But sometimes we drift down into the density and we have our, we overly identify with our ego, and then we're like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be in charge and you're not running the project, I'm running the project, and it just creates this mess. So if you find yourself during Aries season butting heads with anyone or feeling that energy growing, spirit is like, check yourself. Check your thought process, check your mindset, because it's most likely you are trying to prove something that's coming from a place of lack. You got to fix that, get right with yourself. You cannot expect the other person to fix it. The solution is never outside of you. It's in here. So go within, figure out what that is, resolve it, so that you can go back to supporting each other, go back to being an empowered individual, supporting another empowered individual, and make some magic together. Okay? So please, please, please get out of your head, get into your empowered fist, and support your fellow creators this Aries season. All right. That was a really good one, a good cautionary tale of Aries energy gone wrong. But also very exciting because there was so much camaraderie and like fun connections coming through with that visual, that I really do feel like there could be some new people coming into your life, new creative partners, new fun collabs and things like that. So let's just not get giant heads about our art and and let's just have a good time and support each other. And remember that there's no such thing as competition in reality, because we are all our own individuals and no one can be you and you can't be them, and you all just do your thing. All right. Okay, so I want to hear from you. Remembering our visuals, we got Slingshot, the pie that we've been waiting for, the pie finally done, the sling, and the fist bump. Which one resonates with you the most? What are you looking forward to this Aries season? I'm gonna have to think about this one for myself. Definitely for me, I'm ready for the slingshot, and I can feel it. I can feel it pulling back. I'm very, very excited to fly forward. And the fist bump, because I definitely could use some camaraderie and some fun and some collabs and all of that. So speaking of which, if you feel called and you're like, I want to play with Amanda, I want to do something with Awakened Creators, I don't know what it is, but I just have this feeling that we work together and we do stuff together and it's fun and it's exciting, just send me a message. I am a human being. I am not scary. Just send me a message and I will text you back between, feeding my family and watching a TV show, and I will connect with you. And it's really easy and fun. Yeah. I'm very excited. Aries. Pisces was interesting. But I will tell you this, if you didn't listen to the Pisces season messages, because we still have a few more days of it, I would definitely recommend you do. Every single one of them came forward for me. I don't know about you. I would love to hear from you if they did. Leave comments on the videos and stuff. Tell me, how did it turn out for you? So I'll say that now for this Aries season message, because we're going to send out this recording on YouTube. What's coming through for you this Aries season? Tell me all the things. Are you feeling that slingshot energy? Are you fist bumping with new collaborative people? What is coming through for you? So I would love to hear. I comment back to every single person who comments on a video. So yeah, let me know. And my brain hold on. My brain malfunctioned for a moment. I'm like, went completely blank. Like, what do I do? Swinging it, and then low, butting heads with myself, bumping myself because I've been swung into the pie. I love you so much. Yes, good things are coming for you, my friend, and for all of us. I am really excited to see people just taking off. And I love to support you. So if you've got like a show coming up, or you've got a book release, or you've got, I don't even know what it is, please share it, tag me, send it to my DMs. I don't know how to do all the Instagram things off the top of my head, but like, do the thing where I'm notified so that I can put you in the stories. And celebrate you in the community. We want to hear about your victories. We want to hear it encourages other people to believe in their dreams when they see other creators are making it happen. So please share you know how the algorithm goes. Like I log in and I see like 5 people's things, and we've got almost 1,200 awakened creators in our community now. Can you believe it? 1,200. Woo! Like I'm so excited for things to keep expanding and growing. And I say that just to remind you that I don't always see everything. So please, if you have something exciting going on in your creative life, share it with me so that I can celebrate you in the community. Last thing. Exhale, 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 exhale. Like I said at the beginning, winter was tough. I know I'm not the only one winter was tough on. Pisces is tough energy to move through. When you are really like in tune with astrological movements, it can be tough. And not just that, but again, we're shifting into Aries. We have completed a full cycle, okay, of these archetypes. So it is very understandable if, like me, you need a moment to exhale. You need a reset, a reboot, to just let it all go, let it release, and open yourself up to some new energy, some vibrancy, some creative mojo. And that is why I am so excited that Liz Sanders, who is an incredible artist and collage maker, and she does these really cool 3-dimensional collage lighting structures. Like I can't even describe them to you. They're insane. And she's a somatic breathwork coach. So Liz, this Saturday, is going to guide us through a breathwork and creative activity. So we're going to spend some time together. We're going to clear out all the winter. We're going to just let it all go. She's going to teach us how to do the breathing, to release and let it go. I mean, I don't know how many of you have done breath work before. I have a few times, and every single time it's amazing. Every single time something I didn't expect or some experience, like the very last time I did it, I felt like my mom come visit me who's passed on. Like, I just think these experiences are so fruitful, and it's just breathing. It's amazing to me how we could just breathe differently and have this full body shift and this full energetic shift. So Liz is bringing her magic to us this weekend, this Saturday. I forgot what time it's at. I think it's, oh my gosh, I forgot what time it's at. I think it's I don't want to say the wrong thing, and then I'm on camera saying the wrong thing. It's at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on Saturday the 16th. So again, Liz is going to bring her magic. She is going to lead us through that breath work. And then she has this really cool intuitive drawing activity that she's going to guide us through at the end, that we can kind of make sense of what we experienced through our art. So you don't have to draw. You could bring your paints. You can bring, your pastels, whatever. And even if you're not like, you don't do visual art, you're more of a writer or dancer or whatever, this is some time to play. We don't have to get so stuck in our medium that we literally can't work with anything else. You're a creator. You're an awakened creator. You're a sacred artist. I could give you a lump of mud and you could make something incredible with it. Rub it on your face, do a little dance, and it would be amazing because you're that talented and gifted, because your heart is that beautiful and pure. So bring yourself, bring whatever you have, steal art supplies from your children, whatever you need to come this Saturday. It's totally free. We are just gonna let Liz love on us and show us how to love on ourselves so we can let go of all the tough stuff that's come up this last year and be ready to sling into our futures clean and light and feeling free. Okay? So I hope that you can join us. Thank you, Itty Bitty, for saying that my paintings are looking fire. I don't know how well you can see this one, but this is, okay, I told you I'd give you a sneak peek, didn't I? This is the latest one. And let me move the camera back a little bit so you can really see it. It's not 100%, but it's like 99.99999 done. I know it needs some more work. There's parts of it that just mess with my eyeballs. So a Libra rising, I got to balance it out. But this painting, I did totally by hand, with my hands, y'all. Finger painting extraordinaire. And honestly, I think it might be my new thing. I think that's my creative voice. I thoroughly loved and enjoyed painting with my hands, getting messy, smearing it all around. It was very just so tactile, and there's so many cool textures you can get too with your fingers. So I'm very excited to finish that one up and share it on my reels later this week if I get the time to do it, or have the energy, really. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. Thank you so much. And also, I want to know what you are working on. Let's see, it's not next week, is not our heart-to-heart chat. Next week, the 20th, good Lord, I don't have my calendar, so nothing exists to me. I'm pretty sure next week is our full moon live, and then the week after that, the 27th, is our next heart-to-heart chat. So if you have something cool going on that you want to share with the community, hang on, because at the end of the month we do our heart-to-heart chats. Our last Wednesday of the month is how I've been trying to schedule them. And that's a chance for you to come on and share what's going on in your world, so we can talk to you, so I can shut up and listen to someone else for an hour. All right. I love you. I am going to go do something else now, probably go eat something because I haven't eaten yet today, and enjoy the rest of this beautiful spring, almost spring day. And I hope you have a wonderful day too. Share this video if you liked it. Share it with a friend who you think could use the love and guidance during Aries season. If you got value out of it, make sure you give me a little thumbs up or a heart or whatever platform that you are on. And again, tell me how your Aries season is going. What are you looking forward to? Leave me a comment so that I can chat with you on the back end. I love you. And I will talk to you again soon. Bye. Bye. Bye, YouTube.